What is this happening? Okay. I think we're good. I mean, come on, it's not even like I'm trying to play a game here, so it should be fine. I'm just looking at the settings on my thing. Probably shouldn't have done that, I just moved shit around. Alright, I think we're good. Okay. Right. Let's get this started. I have not streamed in a while, once again. So I wanted to, well, start somewhat, I was going to say simple, but I've I've got a lot of brainstorming to do. So let's do a My Hero tier list. I was in the mood of just streaming a tier list today, and I just thought I'd browse on the website, see what I can find, and I found this very interesting one where it's about quirks from characters in My Hero Academia. I don't think it's up to date. I think it's like up to like oh no, it looks like it's up to date. Or maybe it's missing like characters, like maybe the full film or something like that. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure the important characters are on here, so I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah, let's just do this. Again, I haven't been able to do much this month for any YouTube channel that I have because I've just been busy with work, and I've been sick as well, so hee. But we're here now, I'm feeling good, and I just want to talk about My Hero because it is awesome. So let's just dive right in, and I've got some, as much as I would love to play My Hero music in the background, I don't think I could get away with that. So as a workaround, we have the music from My Hero One's Justice 2 playing in the background. So it's, close enough. It's the best you can get. Alright, let's begin. I've wasted enough time. So, My Hero Academia Quirks tier list. What do I think of all these quirks? Which one is good? Which one is bad? Which one would I love to use? Well, right off the bat, Acid Sweat. That's Bakugo's father. I didn't know that was his quirk. Sweat and acid? Oof. I mean, I'll just put that there. I don't know. Now, speaking of acid, Ashido, we need to take into the fact that her quirk affects her appearance, I guess. You know, do I want horns on my head? Do I want to be pink? And then the obvious question, do I want to shoot out acid? With the right training and utilization, I would say acid is a good quirk, and Ashido is pretty good with it, so we'll give her to her. Air cannon. Almost any air type ability in My Hero I love, so I'm going to put that in S tier. Airwalk. Yeah, like I said, you can walk on air. Lovely. Air wall. Build a wall. Always up for building a wall. All for one. Do I want to put it in S tier? Because it is basically just pick your power. I'll put it in A. Ampivolt? I don't... That's an electric type ability, but I don't know who this is. Is that meant to be like his... Oh, that's like a taser or something, right? He's using that to... Oh, it's that one villain from Season 6. The one that Kaminari takes out at the start of Season 6. I know who that is. I mean, it's an electric quirk, but he needs to be a taser to charge up, basically. I guess I'll put it in B. Annie voice. Coda's a shit, uninteresting character, but his quirk can be pretty interesting. The ability to talk to animals and basically get the animals to help you out. You know, if Coda was smarter, he would get the animals to help out a bit more. Just saying. Oh, this is Skeptic's quirk. Why didn't we see more of Skeptic's quirk? I feel like we didn't see enough of... So he can turn... What is it? He can turn objects into, like, basically zombies. Lifeless zombies that can just do whatever he wants. They're not the brightest, so I guess... I'll put him in A. Wood. I know there's more to it than that, but wood. Would I like wood? I like wood. I'll put wood in A. Assault dust? Oh, that's one of the kids. So basically, pocket sand. B. Barrier. A. Beast. I mean, yeah, I'll put it in A. I wasn't sure if I should put him in S or A, but I'll go A. I'll go A for that one. Where are we? Big Fist. That's Kendo. Not the most flashy quirk, but it has its uses. Kendo proves that. Big Horn. I think we got our first D. Oh, and I feel like we should have an F for this. Add a row below. I feel like a tier list like this needs... Oh, every time I try to add another row to this thing, I fuck it up. I feel like we definitely need to have a F slot. Because the world of My Hero Academia is a lottery. Do you really want a quirk when your quirk could be something so shit that it could just heavily affect your life or the lives of the people around you? Black Hole. I mean, it's a black hole. What do you want from me? I'll give it a B. Ah, yes, black. My favorite quirk. My favorite quirk is black. I mean, legitimately, it is a good quirk. You just get to mess around in the shadows. It's awesome. I'll give it an A. I would put it in S if the quirk meant you would get the ability to say the N word whenever you want, but it doesn't let you do that apparently. Black Whip has to be in S. It takes a little bit to master, but the quirk itself is freaking awesome. Blade Tooth. Very disturbing, very creepy, and again just... Ugh, you hate to see it in motion, I guess, but it has its uses, so I don't want to put it in, like... I'll put it in C. Blazing Hair. Another quirk I feel like we don't get to see much of. I'll put that one in B. Blood Control. C, I guess. Blood Curdle. I mean, you've got to draw the blood of your enemies before you can even use your fucking quirk, so that kind of sucks, really thinking about it. Like, Stain shows how it can be useful, but your first objective would be to actually get blood of your opponent. So to be honest, while Stain himself is a pretty interesting and cool villain / character, the quirk, I won't put it in F, but focusing solely on the quirk, he's going in D. Blue Flame. I mean, I don't really feel like having my entire body burnt to a crisp because of my powers. You want to talk about a fucking lottery? Here we go. Like, Darby, he got screwed over, man. Like, so his quirk is a mixture of his father's firepower and his mum's ice power. But he got like the worst combination of fire and ice. He got really powerful flames, but basically a body that's even weaker than a body already is to fire. Like, he can't handle his own firepower. His own firepower is too much for his body because of the ice side of his quirk. So, since it can still be useful, I'll put this one in D. Well, no, you know, I'll put it in C. I'll put it in C because who's to say that the person has to become a villain if they have that power? Yeah, in an alternate reality, even though Darby would have this limitation, he still could have had the potential to be a hero with this power, you know? So put it in C. Body morph? I do not recognize this guy at all. Is that the guy from Invincible? I'll just put it there. Boomerang. The brainwashing has to be S. Definitely S tier for brainwashing. Okay, I remember you, but I don't remember much of your quirk. You just summon balls? I'm going by the image. I don't remember the... I'll just put it in D. Bubble. Is this our first F? I mean... The ability to produce bubbles. Wow. Whoop-de-doo. I don't hate the character. Just let that be known. I don't hate the character. Bullhead. I don't even know who you are. I'm going to just chuck you in F because I don't even recognize you. Bullet lasers. I mean, who wouldn't love to have, you know, laser guns? Yeah, sure. We'll put that one in A. I don't exactly remember what your power is. I'm assuming it's related to ice / water. That one. Was that his power? I really don't remember. Maybe I'll play it safe. I'll put it down here. Cell activation. It has its uses. I think in the real world, a quirk like that would be really useful. In the world of My Hero, it's not that useful, but in the real world, pretty useful. Hold on, I'm confused here. So this isn't Cement's quirk, because that's here, Cementos. Oh, is this the character from Class 1B that can create like shields or like barriers using wind? Assuming that's it, that's the guy. I guess we'll put that in C. I would not want to look like that, but the quirk itself is really good, so we'll give that one a C as well. I would admit, the quirks that heavily change your appearance, I would not want. I really would not want. Like this one, Centipede. I don't want that. Get that off. Get Chameleon. Invisibility. Raises it a little bit. I'll put it in C, like with Cementos here. Chimera. Yeah, see, I would not want to be this guy. I would not. He has some really cool abilities, but I would not want to look like him. I really don't recognize this one at all. Who is this guy? Was that a girl? Is that a guy or girl? I don't know who that is. Admittedly, I didn't really check. I really don't know. I have no idea who this person is. I'm just gonna ignore him. Who would want a freaking washing machine to be their quirk? Clones. I really hate clones. I don't really. I like them. Comic. Again, I would not want to look like this. The quirk itself would have its uses, but I would not want this appearance. But since it has its uses, you'll go there. Compress? Put you in C. Confession? Confession, I think, would be really useful to have, especially if you really was just a terrible person who didn't give a shit about anyone or anything. Like, just tell me all your secrets. Confession would be really useful. I think it's a good quirk. Copy, yeah, S tier. I can just copy anyone's abilities. Awesome. By the way, I know I'm focusing on quirks here, but I just want to say that Monoma is the best character in Class 1B and is one of the best characters in My Hero Academia. Just to put that out there. Anyway, who wants to be a cow? Anyone? Anyone? Moo. Creation. A. I'll put that in A. Crystallize, yeah, has its uses. I'll put it in C. What the fuck? Is this like a minor character from the USJ arc? I don't recognize it, but I don't want that, whatever that is. Danger Sense? Who wants Spider Sense, basically? I mean, you know what? Yeah, I'll put it in S. Dark Shadow. Powerful, useful, and obviously I can't really say because I obviously don't know what it's like. But like the big question is, do I want my quirk to be sentient? Because that's basically what Dark Shadow is. Dark Shadow is a sentient quirk. I'll put him in A. I'll put him in A. Decay. Who could stop me if I actually had this power in the real world? I think Decay should be an S tier, especially how it can potentially evolve later on. Like the way we see Decay evolve during the story is madness. Yeah, pretty useful. You're a minor villain. We don't see you're quite much of an action, but you basically turn people around you into puppets to do your bidding. Dog. Woof. Double. I mean, for as long as I don't go through exactly what Twice went through with his quirk, his ability would be really useful. I would put it in B since there's a high possibility, I would say, of the quirk backfiring, you know? Like, what I've got to do is make that one clone of me and he starts to insist that he's the real one and he kills me to prove it. It's like, ooh. So, again, for as long... I'll put it in B because of that possibility of going through what Twice went through, so, you know. Give me the guarantee that I don't have to worry about that, and then it would be an S tier. Dragon. Who doesn't want to be a dragon? I'll put it in B. Actually, no, A. I'll put it in A. Because, well, you have the ability to transform into a dragon. You know, the more I think about that, and as I say that again, I'm putting that in S. It's not like I'm stuck in the dragon form either, so I can still just go about my daily routine, and whenever I feel like it, I can just dragon up. There's a reference for you. Duplet arms. Yeah, pretty useful. I'll put it in C tier. Eagle. Caca. Put in D. Earphone jack. At first glance, you wouldn't think this quirk is all that, would you? But Jiro proved how effective this quirk could be. I'll put it in B. Earthflow. I like that one. Put you in B. Another power which I think at first glance you wouldn't think much of it, but actually a really good one. Elasticity. A tier. In the real world, having basically electrical powers, yeah. There's a drawback if it, you know, when you go, hee, but for as long as you just don't overdo it, you basically just have an unlimited supply of electricity in your body. That'll be great. Just make sure you can control it. Electromagnetic sea bullets? I don't... Okay, it's one of the kids. I recognize that. I'm just going to put it in D because I don't really remember. Endurance. I don't know who that is. Who is that? I don't know who that is. Whatever. give that one a B. Energy suck. I mean, absorbing the energy of your opponents would be useful, I guess. Engine. What a very interesting take on super speed. I don't know if I would really want engines in my legs, personally, but if it helps me go faster, 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 Sonic X, I'll put it in B. But then again... No, you know what? I'll put it in A. Put it in A. I was just thinking about that scene from Season 7 with Ida and Todoroki. Put it in A. Erasure. Yes, that is an S tier quirk if I say so myself. The heroes wouldn't have even had a chance if Erasure didn't exist. Explosion. S tier. Don't even have to put much thought into that one. Extendo hair. That one's actually really good too. I'll give that one an A. Well, no, I'll give it an A. I'll give it an A. You know, I can handle a quirk that changes my appearance, as in just giving me extra hair on my body. I can still make that work. Fajin. Awesome quirk. I'll give that one an A. Fat absorption... B. Fiber Master. Don't knock it. I will admit, when I was first introduced to this character, Best Genius, I was like, seriously, this is the guy's quirk? Okay, that's really lame, but I was quickly shut up when I actually saw his quirk in action, so A tier. Fierce Gains? I don't know exactly what that's referring to. Assuming that's just like a... where's... I'll just put it with him. Fierce wings. I was about to say fierce wing rings or something. I don't know. My whatever. S tier, by the way. Yeah, awesome. The ability to fly. You can send the feathers wherever you want. You can use the feathers to form melee weapons, for Christ's sake. Awesome quirk. Firecracker. I don't remember the character, but assuming it's exactly what it says on the tin, give it a C. Flashbang Sweat. Oh, it's you from the zombie OVA. Flashbang Sweat. Did we even see the quirk in action during that? I don't remember that at all. I'm just going to put it in D. Float. What do you want from me? Float. I like to float. Flying Squirrel. Oh, right. Okay. I was a bit confused for that one, but yeah, I do remember this. Give us a C or whatever. Folder Body. I wouldn't be willing to do what he did to Bakugo, but sure, I like his ability. Food. Fascinating. I didn't know that was the actual name of the quirk. Honestly, I might give this one an F. What is it? The quirk basically, you can eat anything, right? But it also wasn't like part of it was also you have the compulsion to eat. Like you don't have any self-control or something like that, right? I'm gonna give that one an F. Foresight, the ability to see the future. I mean, sure. What could go wrong with the ability to see the future? No, I mean, legitimately, I do like Foresight, but I don't think it should be any higher than B. Frog. I mean, yeah. You know what? No, I'll put it in A. Multiple times throughout the series, we see how the ability of a frog can actually be pretty useful on a person. Frost. Just ice powers. I like ice powers. Give that an A. Really creepy. Like this is a quirk you show off when you're hanging out at like a party or something. It's like, hey, want to see a trick, and then just spawn a camera from your elbow. It has its uses. I'll give it a C. Gal. Okay, I think this is a guy from one of the films, but I don't remember the dude at all. It looks like it's a wind-based ability, so if it is, I will put it in A because I like wind-based power. Gas has its uses, but it also like he's wearing the mask for a reason, right? Mustard wears the mask because the gas also affects him. So basically, no, you know, I'll put it in F because that's basically, oh, my power has the ability to kill anyone that breathes in this gas. Oh, and also I myself I'm not even immune to what I produce from my quirk. So even I could choke to death from my own power. So nah. Gatlin, we don't see your... Yeah, why don't we see Gunhead in action? Have we ever seen Gunhead actually fight? I don't think we have. So I can't even really comment much on this guy's quirk. I don't even know what it is. I'm assuming it's to do with his arms, yeah? Just do put him there. Gecko. No thank you. Who wants to be big? I'll put B for big. Woohee. Glamour. Yeah, I like Glamour. It's a good one. I can't even pronounce that. What does that say? You know what? I've got the I've got the wiki on standby. I could, yeah. Let's just. I want to scroll down and actually learn what exactly is her quirk. What is Bakugo's mum's quirk? Quirk. Okay. So she can't... Okay. So it's not exactly like Bakugo's. So I'll just put it in C. Oh, that's what it says. Glycerin. Now I can... I'm so dumb. Good ear. I mean... It's not the best quirk to have. Again, it's one of those quirks where in the world of My Hero Academia, if I was in this universe and my quirk was just the ability to hear better, and then I see my friends have like the crazy elemental shit that like characters can pull off in My Hero, I would be angry. I would be triggered. I would be annoyed. I was like, really? This is what I got? This is the quirk I got? The ability to hear better? But it has its uses. I can't say it's an F tier quirk because it would give you some aid. Gyrate. I'll put it in B. Hair control. Eh. Half cold, half hot. S. A mixture of fire and ice. Awesome. Hardening. I think that should be A. Heal. I think that has to be an S, right? Useful in the real world, useful in the world of My Hero Academia. Oh, right, this guy. I'll put him in B. Actually, no, I'll go C. I was thinking of the character. Even then, he's not much of a character, but he was a threatening villain. He had a really powerful quirk. Hellflame. I'll give it S. I think it's a really good firepower. High spec. The quirk itself, yeah, pretty good. 1 second. Alright. Slight interruption. Had to deal with real life stuff. Hologram. I like my holograms. Obviously they can't do much, but I still like the quirk. Homing, that's your quirk? Homing? Not a good homing ability because you still miss a lot. I mean, sure. I guess I can't just say his quirk is gun. Horn cannon, more useful than I thought it would be. Hula hoop. See. Hydra. Oh, I mean, yeah, I'll give that an S. That's an S quirk if I say so myself. Ugh, another very messed up one to look at. I would not want to see that in real life. Just the transformation of the arm, especially. We'll put it in B. Ice manipulation. So that's the guy from the Liberation Army. So you can't produce ice, but you can control the ice. That's cool. Impact recoil. Yeah, useful. Insight. I don't know. Invisibility. Right, this version of invisibility requires me to be naked. I don't want to be naked all the time, and yeah, that's all there is to say. Does it has its uses? Of course it does. You're invisible. How can you not want to take advantage of that? And how, there's still plenty of good you can do with that power. And bad. Just to put that out there. But I don't want to be naked all the time. If I have invisibility, I want to be able to turn my clothes invisible too, thanks. You would have thought they would have bothered to do that for Invisible Girl throughout her time, but whatever. IQ, yeah, big brain. I would say it's S. Iron Ball. That's from the movie. I mean, it's a big iron ball. What do you want from me? Iron Claws. Dude, I don't even think we see you in action. I'll be generous. I'll put it in C. C tier. Jet. Yeah, Jet's alright. Yeah, it would be easier to just say the quirk is hammer. Damn it. Hold on. No, I'm having issues. One sec. Okay, I should be good. I'm just gonna keep going. Oh god, there's so many. Landmine. Yeah, sure, it has its uses, I guess. Is this the one where you're always drunk? Or am I thinking of... No, I'm thinking of a different guy. This was the guy who can basically paralyze your enemy, right? He doesn't fully paralyze you, he just slows you down. So you can't move very well. Like, he basically throws a razor, didn't he? Give it a B. Laser? Has its uses, I guess. We'll put it as C. D. I vaguely remember what that one is, based on the name. Life Force. I would say Life Force is a pretty damn good quirk. Lion. I'll put that one in B. Lizard Tail Splitter. Okay, I didn't know that was the full name of the quirk. Yeah, I mean, you basically have the ability to fly around and just break your body apart and put it back together whenever you want. Or eventually it even grows back, right? Like a lizard. Put in A. Lockdown. Not my preferred quirk, but again, it has its uses. I can't deny that. I'll put it in a B. Longbow. C. Love. Basically a power boost. A. Magic. I mean, if that is basically the quirk, then sure, I'll put it in A. Oh yeah, magnetism. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Manifest. Whatever you eat, you can turn into a weapon, basically, or you can turn into the animal. Yeah. A, I guess. Meatball. Heavily disturbing. Another one I would not want to see in real life, but it has its uses, so I'll put it in C. Metal manipulation. A. Mimicry. Is that the guy from the season 4 arc? I think the one that was like changing and warping like the building, the very building that the characters were inside when they're trying to save Harry. I think it's him. I'll put it in a B. Mole. That image does not do a good job of telling me what this quirk is. Obviously it's raised to Giganto. I'm just gonna lump them together there. Your quirk is weird, right? Or is this? It's very specific, if I remember correctly. Isn't it like It's like he can mess with your memories, right? Or he can mess with your mind, but it has a very strict limitation, so it's not really that useful. I'll put it in F. Mummification. That's actually a pretty good one. Another one, you can just turn anything into a puppet. Muscles. A. Mushroom. Good lord, this one's terrifying. I'm so glad this girl decided to become a hero, not a villain. Like, what a terrifying quirk. Yeah, I'll give it a B. Naval laser. Honestly, nah, man, not worth it. I would rather be quirkless. Ariama definitely would have been better off quirkless. I do not want a belly laser that hurts me even when I don't use it. Like, Octopus. The one for. Oh, I like how it's one for All Might specifically. Exactly how it was for All Might. Fuck yeah, S tier. In fact, yeah, I'll just put one for in S tier. Honestly. C tier for you. Actually, no, I'll put you in B. I'll put you in B. C. Overhaul. B. Pain blocker. Another B. Again, this is another one I just would not want. Whatever uses it has, I don't care. I don't want it. I don't care for it. Permeation. B. There's a few terrifying factors to it that would put me off it as a power. The ability to phase through anything is great, but if you lose control, you're scary thought. But permeation is a good quirk, but it's also one that takes a lot to master. C tier for that one. Plant. Fascinating. Plastic manipulation. I think this is... I don't know... What does it say about me? Oh, I just realized endurance. This is Gigantomachia again. Okay. Okay, I realize who that is now. Right? Because of the teeth. I think that's him. That's right anyway. Was it? Yeah, it is. I'm sure it is. I hope it is. I still don't know who this person is, though. I do not recognize this character. Chronostasis. I really don't know. Once I'm done, I might check the wiki to see if I can find this character. Plastic manipulation, though. So this is a guy from the first movie, I think. I don't remember seeing his quirk in action at all. And if it is just literally the ability to manipulate plastic, I mean, I guess you could get some use out of it, but fuck that. Poultrygeist. I love Poultrygeist. I'll put in a. Just, pop off. We're talking about the quirk, not the character. The quirk can have its uses. The quirk is actually called power. Okay. Put that in B. Quad arms. Who wants to be four arms? Green beam. Oh yeah. Another. I know this kid. I'll put as in C. It's fine. Yeah. What's up, Doc? A. Oh, radio wave. That was a good one. That's a pretty good one. I do like this one. Razor sharp. I just don't think it's worth it. I just don't think it's worth it to have that appearance and have your quirk just be blades. I just don't think it's worth it. Reflect. That one's dog shit. Rewind. That's a pretty good one. Harry definitely needs to learn how to use it, obviously, but once she does, a really good quirk. But you know what? I'll put it in A. Where are we? Ah, yes. I have always wanted my elbow to be a gun. Well, there's more to it than that, I know. We'll give it an A. I do like that one. You know, am I crazy for comparing this to Black Whip? I think this is kind of like basically just a more deadlier version of Black Whip. I think this is a really good quirk. Rupture. B. Yeah, B. Scales. I won't completely knock it, but nothing fancy. Nothing I care about. Scanning. Not again. If I had this quirk in the world of My Hero and I saw my friends having all the fancy power, like really, like elemental powers or what have you for as their quirks, I'd be jealous. But scanning will have its uses, and search as well. Oh, you're the. I don't remember you much. I'm just gonna put. Wait. Fuck it. I don't want that either. Shield. I like shield. Let me be your shield. I'll put an A. Shoulder mounted jets. Wow, that's pretty much on the nose on what the quirk is, isn't it? I mean, sure, it has its usage, whatever. Size. Give that one a C. Slice, another hair quirk. You just turn your hair into a weapon. Sure, C. Sloshed. I don't want sloshed. I'm all for getting drunk, but I don't want to be permanently drunk. And I also don't want my quirks to be something that constantly gets the people around me drunk. I don't want that. Small object attraction. Yeah, I'll give it a C. Smile. You know, I really would love to see what effects Mr. Smiley would have had on the League of Villains if he was used in the arcs for season 6 and 7. Because I would say it's actually pretty useful. Very useful, actually. So, yeah, put it in B. Smokescreen. I love Smokescreen. Smokescreen's great. Smokescreen's a good one. Softening. Put that one in B. Solid air. No, I'll put it in B. You can use it to create barriers. You can use it to trap your enemies. Pretty useful. Pretty useful. Seduction, basically. I don't know. I guess C. No, you know what? I'll put it in B. D. Spotted seal. C. Steel. I'll give it an A. Just like Kirishima. Once again, Tetsu, Kirishima lumped together again. Stiffening all day, every day. Sure. Storage. That's a no, I think, right? Yeah, I vaguely remember what that one does. I'll put it in C. Stress. Man, if I could turn my stress into power. Strong arm. I mean, yeah, basically strong. I'll put that one in A. Sugar rush. You know, be risk of becoming a diabetic, I guess, but A. Sugar. More sugar I consume, the stronger I get. Yeah, sure, why not? That's a pretty decent quirk, I guess. Super regeneration. I mean, yeah, ability to heal. Put that one in S. My quirk is sword kill. Oh, really? Tell me about how the quirk works. Well, I spawn a sword and I kill you with it. Stabby, stabby. Ojiro's hell. I swear this is nothing against Ojiro, even though I don't think highly of the character either. Nothing against Ojiro, but again, talk about losing the lottery of being in the world of My Hero Academia and your quirk is a towel. Thanks. Thanks a lot. That's me being a little bit bitter, I won't lie. But yeah, that one's... it's lame. Tape. Put that one in B. Telepath. I like that one. B. How the hell is this one useful when you're trying to be a hero? I don't get that one. Electric charge. Again, you're like a villain from the USJ, man. Basic electric powers. C. D. Yeah, I'll keep that D. Tongue tank. This kid. Imagine if your tongue was a tank. We'll put that in C. Oh yeah, trajectory. Yeah, I remember this one. Another C. Transforming arms. Oh, it's from the Nomu. You know what? I'll put that in B. Transform. It would it's really useful. I like transform ability in general, but Toga's version of transform, again, it requires the blood of your enemies. There's a lot of work to go into it, but I'll still give it a B because, well, no, I'll give it an A because it's still really useful, and we saw multiple times how Toga used it to her advantage. So transform is a good quirk. I would say the only reason why I wouldn't put it in S is because this specific transformation quirk, again, it's kind of what I said about Stain. First, I need to get blood from my enemies. Or, like, the people I want to transform into, I have to get their blood first. Like, that's a bit of annoying work. Trap Flex. I'll just put it there. I don't really remember that one. Twin Impact, not one you would think much of, but it does have its use. Again, pretty decent. Where are we? Vibrate. Yeah. Basically, Earthquake. Oh, you know what it reminds me of? Avalanche from X-Men. Specifically, X-Men Evolution. It's kind of like how we see Avalanche use his powers in that show. That's basically what this quirk is. Vines, yeah, useful. Very useful. I wouldn't want vines for hair, but the quirk itself serves its use, definitely. I'll come back to that one. Voice. B. I'll put you in C. Warp gate has to go S, definitely. Oh, this one's not. Oh wait, no, this one's here twice. Right, we'll just ignore that picture. Warping again. Yeah, it's just teleporting. You know. Oh no, I think warping's more limited, so we'll put that one in A. Warping has some limitations that warp gate doesn't have. Water control. The premise of the quirk itself, yeah, the ability to just control water. That's a good quirk to have. Water gun, yeah, speaking of. Seriously, like, I know we don't get to see much of it used in the series, but the quirk itself is useful, I would say. Yeah. Water pump, again, yeah, sure. B. Just water. Okay. We got it. This one's more limiting, so I'll put that one in C. That one can go in B. We're almost there. Weather manipulation. I mean, I'll put that in S. The ability to control the weather? Yes, please. What a lame power. I don't even want to put much thought into it. Whirlwind, S tier, fantastic. I love that quirk. Again, wind-based quirks are some of my favourite quirks in My Hero. And I really like Whirlwind. That's good. White line. Oh, the quirk is there, I guess. Zero gravity. You could do so much with that quirk if you wanted to be a villain or a hero, so it has its uses on both ends. A useful supporting quirk for a hero, but also a very deadly quirk for villains, so that's great. Good. Anyone could use it. Zombie virus. Again, I really wonder how things would go if the zombie virus quirk was used against the League of Villains. Would it have worked out in the hero's favor, or would it have screwed him over? I mean, it's definitely. Imagine if All For One got his hands on the zombie quirk. That would be terrifying. That would be very scary. So, I would say, just thinking about that scenario, is risk and reward, right? If this quirk was actually used to try and fight the villains, would it have worked in the hero's favor, or would it have just gone even worse for the heroes if the villains were able to counter it or steal the power? I mean, has its uses, and it is temporary, so no matter what happens, at least it does wear off, but it's still zombies, so I'll put it in C. Zoom. Someone who wears glasses, I personally wouldn't mind having the zoom quirk in real life. In the world of My Hero, it would be another one that I would be pretty triggered on. But in real life, I would happily take zoom. So knowing that it has its uses, I'll put it in C. Now, I don't know these two characters. This one I don't recognise at all. This one I think is one of the kids again from the arc with Bakugo and Todoroki, but I don't recognise the quirk. So we're going to go on the website here and we're going to go on Quirks. You know, I should be careful here because I have not watched Vigilantes yet, so I could easily spoil myself. I mean, I know this is the main character, so I don't mind being spoiled on him because we already see it in like the trailers and stuff. Viral Cosmos. I guess we'll just type that up and see what we get. Viral. Cosmos. Oh, Flower Girl. Okay. I do recognise her at least. We'll put a quirk and see. Now, this person though, I still don't recognise the character, let alone the quirk name. Chronostasis. Let's check it out. Chronostasis. Let's also open up the character profile, because I don't recognise this at all. Oh, it's you. This guy, right? Right. Okay, so we finally got the character figured out. Okay. C, I guess. Okay, that was a good time waster. I just wanted something to do, man. I haven't streamed or done anything for any of my channels in a while. Again, I haven't been able to. Either I've been busy working 2 different jobs this month while also dealing with being ill and still recovering from the illness. It's just a cold, so nothing serious, but still. Dealing with a cold while you're working 2 jobs is rough. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. Hopefully this can be the start of me returning to making more tier lists and streaming and doing anything else related to at least one of my YouTube channels. So yeah, that's going to do it for me. Figured this would be a good just starting off point to get back into content creation. So yeah, let's just wrap it up now, and until next time.